So let's move on to some functions and its derivatives. So every function has its own derivative. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு constant இருக்குன்னா the derivative of a constant is 0. நம்ம வந்து அந்த first principle use பண்ணி பார்த்தப்ப என்ன பார்த்தோம்? Derivative of a constant is 0. So these are the functions and these are the derivatives. Okay, so I'm going to give you a tabular column of whatever functions and derivatives you're going to use. So please make a note of it. இத மனப்பாடம் பண்ணணும். You have to by heart it. Okay. You have all the explanations given in the textbook, which I'm not going to tell you because அதெல்லாம் எக்ஸாம்க்கு தேவை கிடையாது. If you want to know, you're very well open to know from the book. But நான் என்னன்னு நான் சொல்லிடுறேன். Okay, so basically derivative na என்ன? D by tx. Correct? So what is f of x plus g of x or a derivative? I have to do d by dx of f of x plus d by dx of g of x. So I can split. So I have f dash of x plus g dash of x. This is nothing but d by dx of f of x plus d by dx of g of x. You have two ways of writing it. I am writing it as f dash of x plus g dash of x. Same applies for subtraction. So it will be f dash of x minus g dash of x. Limits la eppadi nama split pannomo adhe maari dhaan. No change for addition and subtraction. But multiplication ku enna agum? I have f of x times g of x. It's called the Leibniz product rule. Division ku Leibniz quotient rule. Okay, so idukku product rule, idukku quotient rule. So idhula f of x I'm going to take it as u and g of x I'm going to take it as v for simplicity. Okay, so it is f of x is also u of x, g of x is also v of x. Okay, so onnu change kadaidu, variable mattum da change pandren. I'm going to take it as u into v. F of x, g of x is u into v. So I have v u dash plus u v dash. அப்படினா என்ன அர்த்தம்? You have to take the v, the function v as it is, u க்கு derivative கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். Plus u அப்படியே வெச்சுக்கணும், v க்கு derivative கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். Okay, you have to keep v as it is, find the derivative of u, plus keep u as it is and find the derivative of v dash. You'll understand this more clearly when we solve questions, but இப்போதைக்கு formula note பண்ணிக்கோங்க. For f of x divided by g of x, you have u divided by v, which will be v u dash minus u v dash divided by v square. Basically the denominator square. Numerator la v u dash அப்படியே இருக்கு, u v dash அப்படியே இருக்கு, the plus becomes a minus. Okay, you have to remember that v comes first without a derivative. v u dash, v u dash. Okay va? So I remember this because my maths teacher's name is Vidya ma'am. Okay, so அவங்க நடத்தும்போது என்ன சொன்னாங்க? She said my name is Vidya, so you should always remember that the v comes first without a derivative. Okay, so உங்களுக்கு maybe இது யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கலாம், so ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. So v u dash plus u v dash, the next one is v u dash minus u v dash divided by v square. இப்போ x to the n என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Any number raised to the power n, the derivative can be written as n x to the n minus 1. You are bringing the power down to the front, அதோட multiply பண்றோம், and the power is reduced by minus 1. Okay, the power is brought down and whatever power I have here, it becomes minus 1. For example, இப்போ x square இருக்குனா, I'm going to bring the 2 here. So I have 2x and the power becomes minus 1. So 2 minus 1. So this will become 2x. Okay, very simple. Examples போடும்போது உங்களுக்கு புரியும். Okay, now sin x or a derivative cos x. Okay, tan x or a derivative secant square x. Okay, I'm not writing for cos x now, I'll tell you why. Secant x ku it is secant x tan x. Tan x ku secant square x, secant x ku secant x tan x. Okay, now I'll write for cos x. Cos x ku it is minus sin x. இதையே நான் தனியா எழுதுறேன்னு சொன்னா, for whichever trigonometric function it starts with a c. Okay, என்னோட ஞாபகத்துக்கு நான் வச்சிருக்கேன். So this is c. Here I have a c, cosecant. Here I have a c. So wherever I have a c, you have a minus sign. Okay, so cos x ku minus sin x, cosecant x ku I'll have minus cosecant x cot x, and for cot x I'll have minus cosecant square x. Okay, tan x ku secant square x, cot x ku cosecant square x, secant x ku secant x tan x, cosecant x ku cosecant x cot x. எங்கெல்லாம் c இருக்கோ அங்கெல்லாம் you'll have a minus. Okay, easy to remember. Now root x ku I'll have 1 by 2 root x. This is the derivative of root x. E to the x, it will be e to the x itself. Ln x illa log x. Ln na natural logarithm. So natural logarithm of x irundhalum log x irundhalum the derivative will be 1 divided by x. Okay, so in the relations la use panni you do not have a lot of, including this, you do not have a lot of questions in your examples and exercise questions. NCERT la illa, but I have solved a lot of questions from outside the textbook. R.D. Sharma, Exam Idea, இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய புக்ஸ்ல இருந்து எடுத்து நான் போட்டிருக்கேன். I have solved around some 100 questions. So please look at the important questions இருக்கும். Look at the playlist of limits and derivatives. Solve as many questions as possible before the exam. Derivatives ல இருந்து நிறைய வரும், காம்ப்ளிகேட்டடா வரும், புக்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரி சிம்பிளா வராது. ஓகே, Moving on to example 13. So we'll apply whatever we learned. Okay. So if f of x I need to find my f dash of x. So this is of the form. Okay, this is a constant. Constant ki derivative the constant comes out. So I'll have first step will be 6 times d by dx of x to the 100 plus inga constant irukka illa. So I'll have d by dx of x to the power 55 plus d by dx of 1. Constant order derivative it's a 0. Okay. So what will you have? 6 அப்படியே இருக்கும். d by dx of x to the 100 So this is of the form x to the n. So the d by dx of x to the n is nothing but n x to the n minus 1. We just learned the power comes down and the power will become a minus 1. So in that line the 100 comes down. X power 100 minus 1. Okay. So this is my first term plus x 55 55 comes down. I'll have x 55 will become 55 minus 1. 54 I know. Plus the derivative of a constant is 0. So what am I left with? 6 times 100 into x to the 99 plus 55 x to the 54 plus 0. So what is my final answer? I'll put a box to this. This is the formula. Final answer is 6 into 100 is 600 x to the 99 plus 55 x to the 54. Okay. You simply have to bring down the power and subtract it by minus 1. Okay. Moving on to example 14. F of x irukku. So f dash of x enna? Derivative of a constant is 0 plus x irukku. So the x to the x is nothing but x to the power 1. So the 1 comes down. I'll have x to the power 1 minus 1. The power minus 1. Plus similarly what will happen to the next one? 2 comes down. I'll have x to the power 2 minus 1. And so on until 50 comes down. X to the power 50 minus 1 which is 49. So what is my f dash of x? 0 plus x to the power 0 is also a 1. So I have 1 plus 2 into x to the 2 minus 1 2x plus and so on plus 50 to the x power 49. Okay. So if I have 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube and so on until 50x to the 49. Now you have to find the value of f dash of x at x is equal to 1. This is given in the question. So what is f dash of 1? 1 plus 2 into 1 plus I'll have, okay, I'll write 2 more terms for you. So I'll have 3x square plus 4x cube and so on 50x to the 49. Okay, so I'll have 3 times 1 square plus 4 times 1 cube plus 50 times 1 to the 49. 1 raised to any number is 1. Correct? So I'll have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus and so on plus 50. So what have we learnt in sequences and series? Sum of n terms படிச்சிருக்கோமா? So sum of n terms what is your n? Your n is the last number minus the first number plus 1. So என்ன இருக்கு? 49 plus 1 50 terms. So I have 50 terms in total. Sum of n terms is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Correct? This is what? Sigma k equals 1 to n of k. Correct? What is your n here? 50. So this is nothing but n into n plus 1 divided by 2. When I substitute the values, what will I have? 50 into 50 plus 1 divided by 2. So this is nothing but 50 into 51 divided by 2. So now go 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25. 0 divided by 2. 2550 divided by 2 and 1 times 275. So 1275 is my answer.